sweaty, but I got my row in. It took me about 47 minutes to do 1,000 reps, and I like to do 1,000 because it takes me close to an hour. I have it on the highest setting now. I worked up to that. I started out at like 5, I think, and it has 8 levels. And I got it for Christmas from my sweet hubby. I'd wanted one for a while and he got me one. So I started out on level 5 and just worked my way up. And this is just the second time that I've done it on the hardest level, level 8, 1,000. So it's a good workout. I get sweaty and I get tired, which again is the point.
I was telling you guys how I try not to waste food, and sometimes it's hard when you have leftovers and not enough for the whole family and whatnot, but today I have leftover steak from last night, elk steak, these potato fries that I made, and then I have some mushrooms that need used and some nap cabbage. So I'm going to take and throw all of this stuff together in a fry pan and cook myself up some breakfast. Wild game, when you hunt for it yourself, has so much value because of how hard you had to work to get it. I find that I really appreciate the meat that I have, and wild game in our house very rarely ever goes to waste because we view it with such a great appreciation for how hard it was to obtain. So this steak that's left over from last night, it's going to be breakfast here, and it's also going to be dinner tonight. I'm going to take this bacon grease. I have bacon grease left over from bacon that I cooked the other day, and I'm going to put a little bit of that in the pan. Throw the mushrooms in there, some sliced up Napa cabbage, some sliced up steak, and the rest of these fries, and maybe throw an egg in there. That right there, that's pure muscle fuel. I eat a lot. I work out a lot. I eat a lot. And that's the kind of stuff I eat, and it works. It's very cold this morning. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's beautiful. The mountains are so pretty with the sun and the snow. Morning, Joe. This night is a perfect night to use the Instant Pot. I'm going to come up with something that uses wild game. I also still have that puree of the apricot in there, and I want to make some of those cookies. On my first vlog video, I made the chocolate chip cookies, and they're already gone. The family ate them up in 24 hours. So I might make another batch of cookies. Quincy was saying she wanted peanut butter cookies, but if I'm gonna be getting all these cookies going, I might have to make a run to the store for some butter because I think I'm out. Anyway, food happening, food today. I also have upper body workout I need to get done. Baby Allie, my niece, is here. She'll be here during the daytime, and we have a lot of fun. Yeah, Mason is here. So doing the mom thing, gotta get the workout thing done over baby's nap time. Food things happening. It's a typical day in the Persico house. So we took stock and it's official. We need butter. We only have 1 stick of butter. That is not enough butter for this household. Allie is learning how to go through the whole morning without taking a nap. And this is rough life stuff, man. I am tired.
I'm also tired, but I'm fall asleep.
Sometimes life is exhausting. Maybe some food will perk you up. You want some lunch? She says no. Dagnabbit, I want a nap. We're gonna make 2 different kinds of cookies. The kids wanted peanut butter cookies last night, so we're gonna make a batch of those. And I'm also gonna take that apricot puree that I made and make some of those thumbprint cookies I've been talking about. They're super good. but the dough has to be made ahead and refrigerated for a little while, and then I can make them. So she's gonna be going down for a nap soon after she eats. That means it'll be workout time. So it's a good time for me to get that dough made and thrown in the refrigerator.
So this recipe is really simple. I'm gonna use a whole stick of butter, 6 tablespoons of maple syrup, and almond flour. It's gonna be a couple cups of this. It'll end up being actually 2.5 cups of blanched almond flour. I'm just gonna mix all that up into a dough and then take that dough and refrigerate it for a couple hours. So I am not gluten intolerant. I'm not anything like that. I have what's called Hashimoto's thyroiditis, and it's an autoimmune disease that affects the thyroid. There's many people who have found that their symptoms improve when they cut certain things out of their diet. For me, cutting grains out of my diet made a huge difference, and that's why I use almond flour for these cookies. I also cut out regular processed sugar. I still use maple syrup and honey, and that just keeps me, I think, from eating as much sugar. I don't think that white sugar, it affects my body any differently than maple syrup or honey does. It still causes a spike in insulin, and it still causes those types of things, but just overall, cutting out white sugar cuts out a lot of processed foods. It keeps me from eating as much of a sweetener because it's not in everything that I'm eating. And there's something different to me about taking a tablespoon of maple syrup and a tablespoon of sugar. I'm more careful with maple syrup, but more careful with honey. It's like the ingredients, they're expensive. I appreciate the ingredient, and I use it sparingly. So I think cutting out processed sugar just cut down the intake of sugar substances into my body, and that in itself made me feel better. That's what the dough looks like. Good. It is upper body workout time. I'm wearing jeans. It's a busy day. I have a lot of stuff to do, and I'm just getting my workout in while the baby's napping. And sometimes I don't even have enough time to get it all in during the nap. So I might have to finish reps of this or sets of that or whatever, here and there, wherever I can. As long as I fit it into that day, I'm happy. So sometimes I'll take a picture or whatever and be like, yeah, doing my upper body workout. And I'm in jeans. And people are like, working out in jeans, it's upper body. It doesn't affect my upper body workout. So sometimes I might work out in jeans. I'm probably not gonna do leg day in jeans. I definitely am not gonna do leg day in jeans. I just can't squat properly in a pair of jeans. But a lot of my upper body workouts I do in jeans. Sorry. So first thing I do is push-ups. Do 100 push-ups, sets of either 20 or 25, depending on how weak I am that day. Some days I can do 25, some days I do 20. After that is hammer curls, shrugs, regular bicep curls. Then I do some shoulder exercises, a routine that I did where I do some side raises, some front raises, and then floor presses, followed by a triceps exercise. I call it a skull crusher.
Ooh, it looks like dough.
So I have weird ingredients and I'm running out of time. So I think what I'm gonna do is just take and put a bunch of butter, because you can't go wrong with a bunch of butter, in the bottom of my Instant Pot, and I'm gonna kind of fry up a little bit of these veggies that I have, and then I'm going to add cheese and my leftover steak, and I'm gonna let it cook. It's gonna be a leftover plus fresh veggie dinner. Starting with a bunch of onion. I added the Brussels sprouts and some Napa cabbage, and I'm sauteing it in the butter. I've added in a can of coconut milk,
So I set the pressure cooker for 7 minutes. Get those Brussels sprouts cooked through. And then I'm gonna add the rest of the ingredients. After this gets done pressure cooking, I'm gonna throw in a few Indian spices, some garam masala, cayenne, paprika, ginger, cumin, and curry, salt and pepper, with the cheese and the steak. The spices are in it, the cheese is in it, it's very cheesy. And we are going to put it, the family is going to put it over pasta. I'm gonna eat it just like this. Cookies. We're another success. Pasta's cooking.
Say bye to them.
It turned out good. And the family said it was delicious.
Bye.
What do you think, Quinn?
I think it's really good.
Num.
Yummy.
Dinner was a hit. Yeah, I've never made that before. That was a throw together. But the kids actually liked it too, and he liked it, so I can't complain. That one was a winner. Thinking over my day. It was a busy day. I try to sit down at night and use my Keep app and make a list of everything that I want to accomplish the next day and try to see how I can fit it all into the day and kind of have it planned out ahead of time. Otherwise, I'm chasing my own tail and I just don't get things done. So last night I made my list and I think I can almost cross everything off my list, which does not happen usually, but I did pretty good. I cranked it out today. I still have those darn thumbprint cookies left in the fridge. That dough is in there. It's waiting for me when I get home. And when I get home, I'm making those bad boys because I want one. Probably a hot cup of mint tea. Sounds freaking good. Yeah, the day went good. Got everything checked off my list. You know, some days are really productive. Some days are not. And all we can do is try. We do what we can. Mom life it's hard in a lot of ways. Because it's unscripted, it's like I gotta make everything happen on my own. There's no paycheck at the end of it. And it can be hard and it can be frustrating and it can feel unrewarding, but in the end, it is the most rewarding thing I've ever done. And I love doing it. And I wouldn't change it for the world. And I'm so grateful that I am able to do that. I know a lot of people aren't. So, super blessed that I can stay home with my kiddos and do the mom life thing. And I'm loving it. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's vlog. This is vlog number 3. I'm having fun just bringing my day-to-day stuff to you guys. You never know what you're gonna get. It's gonna be a variety. That's for sure. I gotta leave you with this really cool view though. I might leave you with some cookies a little later too. Look at this view. Sunset, mountains, snow. Just doesn't get any better than that. The way my friend Meredith would say it is, it doesn't get any better than that, y'all. We'll catch you guys next week. Like a little thumbprint. Right,